Yo, this Church's News, man, and I'm back at y'all with another one, man. It was $1 million lick, man, $1 million lick. I didn't report on it when it happened about a month and a half ago, cause I ain't gonna lie, man, I was rooting for Shorty them to get off, man. But it came crashing down, man, with technology, man. This technology that they got, bro, they starting to use now. They are starting to use, man. I'm talking about wait till y'all see this story, bro. $1 million lick and how it got unfolded, bro. When I heard the detective on there telling how they tracked the dude down, I say, no, man. But shorty them in jail, man. They went in the Bentley store. You know, in the Bentley store, they got the Rich Millie watches. They got the presidential Rolex. They got all that shit, the real shit. They got that sitting in the cases. Shorty went in there, had his homie on S. He taking the watches. He dropped like 5 of them. He ran out with like 6, 7 of them worth over $1 million. You hear me? But then they got tracked down, bro. Y'all watch this, man. This Church News. Happy Friday, man. I'm going live tonight at 10 o'clock. Make sure y'all on that with me, man. Bring your purses and your cash apps and all that, man. Because it's a movie tonight, man. This Trenches News, man. Y'all watch this story, man. And this is a perfect movie, bro, that need to be shot. This Trenches News, man. Like, subscribe, comment. I'm out.
Good evening, Ben and Lourdes. Tonight, Chicago police are searching for the criminal duo that walked right inside of the Bentley Gold Coast dealership behind me. They walked out with several expensive watches worth more than $1 million, according to one of the dealership owners.
Break-in sound, pop, pop. So I thought was somebody shooting, and I see one of our guys, pull the gun, we have license, and then it became like a mayhem here.
The mayhem captured here on surveillance video took place in under 30 seconds in broad daylight in the 800 block of Rush Street. You can see the 2 suspects walk into the dealership. One waits at the front door while the other breaks open a display case filled with expensive watches. Dealership co-owner Joe Abbas says he and his crew didn't let the two get away without a chase.
We chased the perpetrator all the way from Chestnut to State Street.
No one was hurt, but the perpetrators got away with a crime becoming more and more routine. Mayor Lori Lightfoot spoke to the growing trend earlier
today. On the 11th December at the Bentley Gold Coast, where the watches were taken. So this was, I just want to give a lot of credit to all the people involved, specifically the assigned detective. The Organized Retail Crime Task Force team had literally just been up and running. This was their first job that they took, and they did an excellent job. And I can't stress enough how much work and effort was put in from the detectives in this case. It was very complicated. The 2 individuals who entered the store, one of the individuals smashed the case, took the watches. The other individual was armed with a weapon, more than likely some sort of mace. People who were inside the store were also valid CCL holders. They had weapons. They drew their weapons. That immediately caused these 2 defendants to flee. One of the offenders who actually took the watches entered a car and made good his escape. And then the second offender was on foot. And basically, detectives worked for a month tracking this individual on foot, traveling around the loop as he changed clothes and eventually crossed the bridge and was on the north side of the bridge. And eventually he ran into a citizen who through video now we saw, he asked the citizen if he could use his cell phone to make a phone call. Detectives then worked tirelessly to try to identify this anonymous citizen that he just bumped into on the street and used his phone. And once again, through the extensive use of technology, they were able to identify him, which led to a number that he called from this individual's phone, which then led us eventually all the way to Indiana, as the superintendent mentioned. And I would like to really give thanks to the Hammond Police Department. They were familiar with this subject, and that's how we got this offender identified. And then we eventually were able to, once again, work with the state's attorney's office. We got an arrest warrant approved, and this offender was arrested in Hammond by the Hammond Police Department, who, as I mentioned, was familiar with this individual already, and then he was extradited back to Chicago and charged. So I'm kind of keeping it at the top level, but I just can't explain that this stuff just doesn't happen. It's extremely tedious. The detectives did a great amount of work tracking this individual, and then actually finding out which number he called and effecting an arrest in this. Obviously, we're still looking for the second offender at this time, and there's more work to do, but I want to thank everybody involved in this case. They did a remarkable job, arresting and charging this one offender.